Hello, my name is Sarah Huker, and this is the best I could come up with to try to film this video after all of the TVs decided not to work. I've tried 4 different TVs, so yeah. So here is my final project worksheet. Here. My hands are very shaky, so yeah. Here is the front page. So I have a carousel, which I use JavaScript for. So if you want to learn more about me, you can visit the coding tab. You can click on the buttons and it works, and you can go to other things, whatever. Or it actually moves by itself. And then I have this part down here. So that's my introduction slide. On my inside, I have videos which take a while to load. So, here's the first video. So you can stop those videos whenever you want.
Last part's up to you, Hiroshima. It's no good if I do it, or Todoroki, or Ida, or Yagorozo. Ever since school started, you've built a solid relationship with Kachan as equals. If his friend calls to him, he'll listen.
And then here's my final video. Come on. Here is some of the images of me, because I'm just a family gal. I got me and my family. I have this tab gallery section I use JavaScript for, where you can click on any image and it will show you those images. So, yeah. I really like this image because it's a GIF and we're all super happy. Yeah, that's the extent of those images. And then I have my experience tab. I have programmed with C++, Java, NetBeans, JES, HTML, JavaScript, and CSS prior to this class. TI Connect plus CE, so basically a calculator, and I can program straight into the calculator, and I've done factoring in that calculator. Jython, which is a mixture of Java and Python. I've also done Python, many different things on code.org, and then programming straight into Minecraft. Yeah. Some other experience I have is with Adobe and CAD software. I've done a lot of stuff in CAD. 3D printing with FlashPrint and Tinkercad. I have obtained official Microsoft Office certificates, so I'm certified. And I have minimal experience with cloud computing software. I've taken some events regarding that, having to do with Microsoft and other places. Okay. My volunteering. So I am a heavy volunteer. So we got this part up here, and this is actually JavaScript. So when you scroll down, it goes to whatever that thing is. So like this one is right up here because we're on the ward section, and then it highlights the color that you're on. So it does that. Anyways, and if you notice, there's a thing up here, and then I use sticky positions or whatever to keep it so that these are up here. So when you scroll down, yeah, I was really proud of that. So overall, I've done 79 hours of normal volunteering, in addition to 67 hours of leading, and then 9.5 hours of like taking part in stuff. Over my high school career, I had done more than 160 hours of service, and so this page is basically just dedicated to different things that I have contributed or participated in or volunteered with or whatever. In my senior year of high school, everyone was required to complete a senior capstone. Here's some images that I had from that time. Here's me after I placed down the flags in front of the place, me and one of the volunteers, me and one of the workers, and then me in front of my station when I posted out cards. So I worked in collaboration with the Tri-State Warbirds Museum, and they're celebrating Veterans Day event on Saturday, November 11th, 2024. Basically, my role in the project was researching and calling veteran agencies, creating and decorating 100 cards for the veterans, managing colleagues and volunteers, interviewing peers and creating a corresponding video, and helping with setup the day prior. I also took initiative on the day of the event. I also have leadership regarding clubs. I was a leader of 2 different clubs in high school. So this is a really bad angle, but it's fine. I was leader of the art club. So for the club meetings, since I was the only leader of the art club, I had to come up with a topic for the meeting, the preparation, the presentations, the announcements, and occasionally we had flyers. I also led the Spanish club along with 1 to 2 other people. It depended on the year. I led for 2 years. My main role was like making the announcements so that people would know about our club meeting. I also helped to make flyers for the hallways, decorated the bulletin board, and helped to make a few a few PowerPoint presentations, which I ended up later giving a presentation on. I participated in Super Soars, which is actually how I found the Tri-State Warbirds Museum. I have volunteered there frequently. I was a peer minister, so I led small groups during retreat and aided in them trying to connect with each other. I did that for 2 years. I was a part of Graces and Blessings, which was I would say a school-run type organization, and it was a cross ministry aimed at being 100% sustainable and humanity-based. So for people that were struggling, and then we give crosses to, whatever. The wood crosses were made from leftover slices of wood that would have once probably been thrown away. We assembled the crosses with glue and a hammer because they came in 2 parts and you had to cross them. And then the beads we used to make the necklaces / rosaries were donated to our foundation, so that was nice. Here is some pictures of some awards I created, some awards I earned because of my service. I had more pictures of other awards I won, but I just didn't have time to find them. They're hard to find. Anyways, here's the contact me slide, so you can type in your email. You have to, of course, put in your email, whatever. And then you can basically send me a message and type in your message and submit it, and it will send it straight to me. I have a jewelry part section in my website. It basically says, welcome to Squiggle Harp, and it's basically an all-exclusive, individually handmade bracelet company that I created. Here is the product selection. So here are some examples of our well-loved products sold in our store. I called this one Morocco's Paradise because it reminded me very much of nature, and I know some of those countries make paper beads, and I had a lot of paper beads in this one. This is a natural green agate bracelet I made, and then I called this one Dream Ocean Sea because it's just a really pretty bracelet. So about us. Our company was made from pure love and joy of the jewelry making. Since we are a locally owned business, we prioritize craftsmanship, authenticity, and community. Every piece we create is designed with meticulous attention to detail, ensuring high-quality artistry that reflects both tradition and innovation. We value ethical sources and sustainability, choosing materials that honor both the craft and the environment. Most importantly, we are deeply committed to our community, building lasting relationships with our customers, supporting other local artisans, and celebrating the personal stories behind every piece of jewelry. Our business thrives on trust, passion, and the belief that fine jewelry should carry meaning beyond its beauty. We are locally run and locally sold to our wonderful customers. And then I have this little click button, which you can click if you're convinced we are the best company. Here is a picture of my brother's girlfriend. Well, okay, this is my brother, and then I made a bracelet for my brother's girlfriend, and so she sent me this text saying how much she loved it because she was going to a Steelers game. Hilariously enough, my brother is not a Steelers fan. He's the rival team, so that was a funny thing. Join a growing database of buyers. I mean, we don't always get actual images of people wearing our things, so we just know the profile picture behind who is buying it. So here's some of the profile pictures that have bought our things. Meet our team, me, local bead fanatic, obviously. If you want to contact our business email directly, here's how you do it. You can send love with your message if you want, whatever. Yeah, and then there's my little footer. And my final page on this is called Grit. So grit and gumption, the key to success has always been within us. There's always tomorrow, but don't forget that if it's worth doing, why not do it now? And so I had a little Rosie the Riveter photo here. So grit and gumption quotes. If you click, this is also done with JavaScript. If you click on this, it'll give you a new thing. There is no point in apportioning blame. What is done. Or don't worry about what others think, you know. It's just, yeah. So I have a ton of quotes in here that you will see, whatever. Anyways, and you can click back at the home page and yeah. So yeah, that's my website. I'm sorry about technical difficulties. I tried my best. Again, a lot of our TVs weren't working, so you couldn't really see my face most of the video, but yeah, I don't know. I hope you enjoyed. Till next time.